Hey guys, you're here with me, Jen the Taxidermy Witch, and this is my 3rd grade classroom. And this place is scarier than the cemetery, to be honest. Like, everything's gone. It's a ghost town of sad memories, and right here we're on this like 4 square that I used to play on and be left out of. I was never allowed to be server. I can't see very well because it's bright out, so I hope you're getting all this. Everything in the back's completely run down. The old playground I used to play out's over there. It's just an old shell of what was, and I want to show you something super creepy. When I walked in over here, I hope nobody else is here, I left my stuff. When I walked in over here, it's like, the energy here is insane. I feel like for me it's insane because of how much sadness there was for me here. But right when I walk in, look, that used to go to the old office, and it's just so overgrown with, like, you can't zoom in, bushes and stuff, man. It's spooky. And this was our area. We used to be able to play like basketball and 4 square and all of that, and just left out of so many things here, man. Sucks. So I want to go over, and I've decided to do the evil eye video for you guys here rather than at the cemetery. And I think that you'll understand why, because tell me in the comments what you guys think the evil eye is if you have no idea. Like, we all say it. I gave him the evil eye. But what does it mean to you? Is it, put that in the comments before I start to talk about it. It's going to take me a second to set up. I think we should set up out of the sun, so maybe over here. By this weird rickety thing that's supposed to be a toy, but it's not. And then I can see the rest of my things. So yeah, just being in front of my old, like, 3rd grade classroom, and it's like, I don't know, creepy cool, but for me more creepy. Alright, are we out of the sun? There we go. Okay, so let's talk about the evil eye. If you've been giving it to people, stop it. Stop it, because that is the kind of magic that all normal people can do, but it is bad magic. In my opinion, it could be worse than, like, I don't know, it's bad. It can really hurt people, and I'll tell you why. So first we're going to read out of this book, The Witch Book by Raymond Buckland. And he says quite a bit about the evil eye. The concept of the evil eye seems to be found universally. It is the idea that someone may be able to negatively influence another person or thing simply by looking at him or her. The person with the evil eye may or may not be aware that he or she is causing harm. And that's the thing. When we look at people and we're just jealous of what they have or how gorgeous they are, remember, there has to be balance in the energy. So if you see a person that's beautiful on the outside, they might be really struggling on the inside. And I can tell you that from personal experience, both on being beautiful on the outside and not being beautiful on the outside. When I was a child, I didn't present myself well. I didn't care, and I was so kind on the inside, so you just don't judge people right away. Know that everybody and everything comes at a balance and at a cost. So you may not even be knowing you're causing harm, and that's the real thing. In some areas, it is said that you have been overlooked. So if you've been looked at with the evil eye, you're overlooked. Think of the Overlook Hotel in The Shining. I think that's why it was named that. If you were adversely affected by the evil eye, in Ireland the term is blinked. You've been blinked. In some areas, the use of the evil eye is termed fascination. Fray Martin de Castellanga, a 16th century Spanish writer, claimed that the evil eye was actually a natural phenomenon caused by foul thoughts producing evil emanations from the eye. Other writers of 15th and 16th centuries agreed with him. The evil eye was recognized by the Sumerians, Babylonians, Assyrians, and ancient Egyptians from as early as 3000 BCE. So this type of thing has been around for so long, and this energy has been out in the world for so long and been used for so long. It's definitely a spell, it's definitely a type of magic, and it's something that we might not even be aware we're doing. So next time you're jealous of somebody or look at them enviously, please think of this, y'all. A glance from one with the evil eye may cause a cow to run dry, chickens to stop laying, a child to become sick, a field to go barren, or even death. It is frequently the unusual eye that is considered evil. In the Mediterranean and other areas of dark-eyed people, a person with blue eyes is viewed with caution, while in areas of fair-haired, blue-eyed people, a dark-eyed person is thought suspicious. Many so-called witches of the Middle Ages were thought to have the evil eye, and an old man or woman might end up in the gallows based solely on the fact that he or she had a squint, a cast, or a cataract. So it was so believed in those times that if you had any kind of stigmatism or weirdness about your eye, people were terrified of you, thought that you were an evil eye giver, and you'd end up in the gallows. Do you know what the gallows are? It's where you ended up being killed. Okay. Pope Pius IV, 1846 to 1878, was believed to possess the evil eye, as was Pope Leo VIII, 1878 to 1903. There are many amulets to protect from the evil eye. Those of the Greeks and Romans are similar to many available today. Bright blue beads are recognized defense against the evil eye. So too are various hand gestures, carved amulets of those gestures. In the next book, I'll show you the gestures, okay? The Romans' mano ponenta is a hand with the thumb and first two... I'm going to skip all the hand gestures because it goes into it with pictures in the next book. Okay, Doreen Valente mentions that twinning or interlacing knots are also considered a deterrent. The reasoning being that the evil eye would be distracted by the confusing pattern. Valente says that the elaborately patterned belts traditionally worn by English nurses owe their design to this evil eye defense. She says, in olden days, a good deal of sickness was banned on the evil eye, so a nurse in particular had to be able to protect themselves. Talismans in the forms of frogs and other unpopular creatures were thought effective as a defense, since they would attract the evil eye and draw the power to them rather than the wearer. Another popular antidote was spit. Spit. Saliva. What's another word for it? I don't know. Spit. Spit, don't degrade it as a magical tool, because it definitely is. It's your DNA. So think about that when adding it to a spell. This practice was found in ancient Greece and Rome, among other places, and is also found today among gypsies. Shamrock, garlic, barley, jack beans, red ribbons, and bell are all considered useful in protecting from the evil eye. Excellent information. Yeah, so that's the evil eye from this book. And now, let's talk about it from the other book. How are you guys today? I'm having a good day. Really excited to be out here on what might be one of the last gorgeous days of our summer. I don't know. My dreads are so bad. I need to show you guys how natural my dreads are. I feel embarrassed to have videos sometimes because they're just so natural and real. You guys want to see dread videos? Let me know. Encyclopedia of Witchcraft by Raven G. And so these are the hand signals that the other book was talking about. This one I think more people are common with, but this one is the thumb like this, and you'll find out why when we read. Okay, evil eye is the name for negative energy transmitted from a look, a glance, or a stare. So there's a really good definition of the evil eye. In Italy, the evil eye is called malocchio. In Northern Europe, it is often referred to as the overlook or overlooking. Again, the Overlook Hotel. Typically, the evil eye is initiated by someone who is envious of another person's possessions and looks longingly at their belongings. Depending upon the cultural lore, well, I love lore, the evil eye can be cast unintentionally with an admiring gaze, or can be an intentional act to obtain the property from another. So if you are jealous of somebody and you want their thing, in a negative way, you can look at them hard enough, give that evil eye, and it will come to you. I do not suggest this practice. I feel like I gave the evil eye so much as a jealous young poor person without much that now I'm kind of paying for it, and I couldn't exactly explain why or how. But I do feel that way, and I do feel that that's true. I feel like somehow, because of all that jealousy and all those negative looks and all those people I hurt without even knowing it, I paid a lot of karma for that, and I still am, you know? So now when I look at people and I'm envious, I just turn it around and go, I'm going to manifest that if I really want it. I'm going to make that happen for me, and good for them that they have it. And I make my head believe that, because growing up poor, I mean, look, you know, like, we didn't have money. Growing up poor, and I still don't. And I don't want to say that because it's just going to keep being the same. I need to change my relationship with that so that I can be better at warding off the evil eye coming out of my face and coming toward me. That's how I feel. Just a little rant on that. Typically, the evil eye is initiated by someone who is envious of another person's possessions and looks longingly at their belongings. Depending on the cultural lore, the evil eye can be cast unintentionally with an admiring gaze, or can be an intentional act to obtain the property of another. From a magical perspective, the evil eye is intended to cause bad luck or poor health. That's what's dangerous. You can cause someone to be ill. And I believe you yourself can become ill from giving too much of the evil eye, and that's what I was saying about myself. In Old Italy, the evil eye was believed to have power to cause impotence, dry up nursing mothers, and make fruit trees barren. Hand gestures were created to avert the evil, the most popular being the mano ficco. I think that's what they're calling the mano ficco, fig hand, and the mano cornuto, the horned hand. Oh, this is mano cornuto, and then this is mano ficco, where your thumb is between your ring finger and your hand's in a fist, okay? So, having that be said, mano cornuto is a gesture in which the middle and ring fingers are held down by the thumb, and the index and little fingers are extended outward like horns. Among some people, this is the sign of, I don't want to say that out loud. Okay, I'm going to skip that part because I don't want it to be part of my video. If you have this book, read the part I missed. It's just not my thing to talk about. Okay, get over it, Jennifer. I don't know. Where should I go from here? Was believed to have the power to banish the evil eye, a frog's head. So before, I think we were talking about frogs and weird animals banishing off the evil eye. So yes, that's that. Manifico is a hand gesture in which the thumb is inserted between the index and middle finger. It literally means fig hand in Italian, but ficca, or fig, is a common slang term for the female genitals. So the manifico is representation of the sex act, with the thumb as phallus. So that's what this literally represents, whereas this one represents the horns. Okay, so those are two books that talked about the evil eye, and I was excited to tell you guys about that because it's a type of magic and witchcraft that we could be doing that's negative that we certainly don't want to do. Both for the person, we don't want to cause sickness in the world, you guys. There is enough sickness in this world, I promise you. And that's sad. But we don't want to cause any more sickness in the world. We want to only bring in love and light. So in that note, all my love and light to you guys. And now I'm going to drive up to my childhood home, and I just did a tour. They let us in like every year so that we can get things, but I'm just going to go across the street and do a small video. And then I may, probably not today, but my childhood, the first church I ever went to is up there too. So there's just so many beautiful things around here, guys. There's also a marina where eagles are spotted. I'll take you down there. I'm just running low on camera space, so I need to upload these videos, come back for my hometown series, Jen the Taxidermy Witch, all my love, and read up on the evil eye, because it's really important you know why not to do it.